Hey, ABA professionals, have you seen this trend going around on social media? Like, my client is asking for a break or they're withdrawing their assent, but my name is blank, so I'm just going to restate the demand. LOL. Here's just a reminder, teaching a client that their voice doesn't matter is not being a good human. Teaching a client that when they withdraw their assent, you're just going to push through anyway is not being a good human. And I don't want to hear, it's not that serious, it's not that deep, because it is. Hi, my name is Dr. Pilar Bonilla. I'm a BCBAD and I've been in the field of ABA for over 12 years. And I think that this recent social media trend is such a really good example of how traditional old school ABA practices are definitely still lingering in the field. We've been in this transition for many years now, getting into progressive, compassionate practices. But this recent social media trend is a really good example of how old school practices are definitely still lingering around in the field. And I can already hear the comments. Well, what if they're withdrawing assent while I'm trying to change their diaper? Or what if they're running into the street? The problem is this trend is not highlighting behavioral safety issues. This trend is highlighting a client communicating a withdrawal of assent and then the ABA professional essentially ignoring that and just doing whatever they want to do instead. I think it's really important that we understand what's happening in the media right now in regards to the field of ABA. And not even right now, but for decades and decades. Historically, our field has not been in the best light with the community that we serve. And trendy social media posts like this don't help. What if that was a client's parent who saw your video of you not honoring their child's withdrawal of assent? What if you're working with a child and they grow up and then they later look at that video that you posted? How are they going to feel? When you're posting from a social media account representing the field of ABA, be mindful of the digital footprint that you're leaving in the world. And if you need help figuring out ways to honor assent while getting your programming done and maintaining rapport, I offer student mentorship sessions in the link in my bio. And I also have a whole course on this. My Module 3 Heart of the Journey course goes into much more detail on honoring assent, and it even has applied activities that you can use with your clients to practice recognizing assent withdrawal. There's a reason that assent was added to our most recent ethics code revision. So I want you to ask yourself, what's more important, a trendy social media post that comes across as tone deaf, or continuing to educate ourselves, take accountability, and be mindful of the content that we share with our community?